Hi everybody, welcome back to our quilting series, How to Make Your First Quilt. In the first video, we walked through how to make your quilt top. Now that we have our quilt top together, we're going to begin the batting process. So that's the process where we're going to layer our quilt top, the batting, and the back of your quilt. For this particular project, I am using a 100% cotton batting. There are other versions and variations of battings available on the marketplace. Okay, so we're going to again attach the 3 different layers. When you're laying this all out, you want to make sure that your batting as well as your backing extend out a bit from your quilt top, because as you start to quilt it, it will shift a little. So you want to make sure you have enough room so that as you're quilting, your quilt top remains in a state where there's batting and the backing behind it. So we're going to use safety pins to attach the quilt top to the batting to the backing. And so you can get, I don't know if you can actually see this, but this is a curved safety pin. These are good when you're doing the batting here, because the curve helps you to swoop into the fabric and pick up all 3 layers. So I'm just going to start here. So I don't know that I will record the entire process because it's, obvious. It's not actually that exciting to see, but just so that you get a feel, I will show you a little bit of it. So I like to start kind of in the middle, right? So I'll just start here. I also like to make sure all my pins are going in the same direction, which makes it a little bit easier once you start to do the quilting, because then you can just pull the pins out as you're running your quilt through your sewing machine. So a good rule of thumb is that you want to space your pins a little bit like hand would. So I'll just put my hand here, and then the next pin will end up being here. It kind of ends up being about midway through the 5-inch block, if you will. Okay. So you're going to want to just keep doing this process until you have the entire quilt pinned together. And you can see here, or hopefully you can see, that the pin, it goes through pretty easily, and it grabs all 3 layers. And as you're going through this, you want to try to smooth out as much as you can so that the back remains as smooth as possible, which will be helpful once you actually start the quilting process. Okay, so now you can see that the entire quilt has been basted. So all 3 layers are securely attached to each other. So the next step would be to take it over to our sewing machine, where we would begin the actual process of quilting the quilt together. So we'll do that in video number 3. Thanks for stitching with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more quilting tips and tutorials.